Alright guys, welcome to the channel. So we're gonna do something a little bit different today. I'm gonna tell you guys the story of what happened. I bought my wife a vehicle because she had some vehicle issues and she was out of a vehicle. So I bought her a 2006 Chrysler 300 M Hemi Dodge junk, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I had this car brought down from DC because it was rust free. It didn't have a Hemi tick. It didn't have any issues. This was the nicest 300 you would ever see. It was like that really nice cherry red with the metallic in it. Like, it was such a beautiful car, and it ran like a top. Everything had aftermarket LEDs we did in it. We did aftermarket exhaust, new front end, new suspension. Like, I made this car mint so she can drive it, but she just couldn't like it for some odd reason. I liked it. Such a mafia car. So she didn't like it. I said, okay, whatever. We'll kick it out the door. So we kicked it out the door, and then a family friend had this truck, and I fell in love with it, and I actually was gonna buy it for myself. And then I was like, you know what? She needs it more than I do. I got all these vehicles. I don't need it anymore. So what I did is I bought this here. This is a 2006. Okay, but Chrysler was a 2007. Okay, so this is a 2006 Chevy 1500 Cat Eye Silverado. This one is now slammed, C-notched, has aftermarket headlights, stereo, exhaust. Nothing too crazy. It has the snowflake rims on it, tunnel cover, and a few other odds and ends. Sorry about the spit there. I don't know, that was different. But I think we're going to start tackling and doing something different to this truck, because I think she actually really likes this truck. It's oddly, but I think she actually likes this truck. So I bought her the SS Silverado front bumper. I bought the paint, and we're gonna tear off this front bumper and get ready to put the SS front bumper on. Now, this is just a cover. It's not like that's what they have on those trucks. It's just an SS bumper, like a body kit in a way. It just overlaps on it, but you still have to remove the bottom valence and the top valence so you can put this bumper on. I think we're gonna start doing some crazy stuff with this truck. This is a really, really beautiful truck. Like, I mean, this thing is fully loaded. This has the sunroof, heated seats, leather. It has the automatic tilt mirrors. Like, I've never seen a Silverado this year have so many things, to the point where it even has defrost on the rear window. Like, I mean, this thing is fully loaded. And on top of that, it is such a unique color. It's not like a silver. It's almost like a charcoal silver. Like, I mean, it's a beautiful color. It really catches the eye, and it really makes you like, okay, well, when it's clean, it looks deadly. So that's why I was like, in my mind, you know what, I'm gonna surprise her. I want to do some things to this truck. I want to do, you know, we got the HD hood on it right now. It looks nice. We kind of want to go cowl induction hood, maybe put a new windshield in it, get some new rims on this thing. We're gonna just do a whole bunch, and we might just end up turboing it for the hell of it. It already has a shift kit in it, so the tranny's been probably rebuilt. I don't know any history on it. I mean, the truck is 330,000 kilometers. The rockers are a little bit rusty, so I bought new cap corners, and I'm waiting on rockers right now. They're, for some odd reason, don't have any at the moment, but they do sell it. So I'm waiting for that to come in, and then we're just gonna make this truck like minty for summer, because she has been having a little bit of a hard time with her Genesis. I haven't really found the time to complete that. I mean, we just did the big cam, the aftermarket heads on it, the aftermarket manifolds on it. Like, I mean, we did so much to this car, and then she ordered more stuff. So we have a wide body now to put on, and that is just, with my time frames, I'm having a hard time trying to catch up on everything between working on customer vehicles and working on my own, and then on top of hers. And it's just like, I just don't have any time to do any of this stuff right now, because like, my truck needs a motor, her car needs to have the little bit stressful on my end, and I'm trying my hardest. Like, I would love to get her Genesis up and rolling. I get it, she's getting a little frustrated because she hasn't driven this car for 3 years because of the issues that she's had. The first issue when we bought the EFI flight tech system, completely garbage. Wouldn't recommend anyone buying that. If you're gonna go with a standalone, go with the Terminator. You want decent power to, around that 600 to 800 horsepower. You can run this factory GM ECU, just HV tuner it. A lot of guys are like, well, I want to run 8, maybe up to 1,000. You can run the same amount of horsepower on a factory ECU. If you want more tuning, a little bit more options, then I would go over to the Terminator for sure, 100%. The only thing is with the factory wiring harness, when you use the stock GM stuff, is you want to change your map power sensor, your MAF, the speed density, and so on and so on. But that's basically what we're going to probably end up doing with this truck. Is we might turbo this one, we might throw speed density on it, like change the map out for a map, maybe go with a 3-bar, 3.5 bar map sensor or something. I don't know. We're just trying to go with what we can, but I'm trying to the point where I'm trying to not make more work for myself. So I think if I can get this one peached up a little bit so she can drive it for some of the summer, because then I can kind of work on her Genesis. Now, it's hard for me because I haven't driven my 95 MK4 Toyota Supra in the last 6 years. And all I need to do is fabricate a 4.9 engine to the rear of it, so I could, because that car makes 1,500 horsepower, but it's been sitting. Like, I'm just letting it sit, rotting away with, I have $140,000 invested into this car, and it's just sitting there doing absolutely nothing in pieces, and I'm just so busy with everything else, to the point where my daily driven truck is a 2010 GMC 1500 with a 6.2 Pro Charge, 600 at the wheel, but I blew number 7 out of that, and I finished the motor that I built for it, but I just haven't had the time to swap it in. So it's like trying to catch up on everything. But anyway, we're gonna get back to this truck. This is what we're talking about today in this episode. I just got back from Calgary. I drove into Calgary to pick up the bumper. I bought some paint, so we're gonna head off to the shop back in Strathmore, get this thing prepped, primed, painted, and then we're gonna give it a 2-day cure, or we'll let it just cure until after Christmas, because Christmas Eve is tomorrow, and then Christmas is the next day. So we're just gonna let it just sit there over time, let it cure, and then come in and start ripping this bumper apart. I don't think I'm even gonna test with it. Maybe. It probably would be smart to do. No. You know what? We're gonna send it. I'm gonna pull it out of the packaging, and then I'm just gonna see if anything looks slightly warped. If it looks slightly warped, I'll send it back. But if everything looks nice and clear, I'm just gonna paint it and throw it on, because, like I said, I have no time to do anything. So I'm kind of trying to make it work. We'll see how this goes. You excited? Are you?
Yeah.
Have the SS bumper?
Looks so good.
I want to get it in paint, clear it tonight or today, let it sit over the Christmas.
So good.
Alright, so we got the bumper in. I had to sand it down and prime it because the truck is a lighter color, so I had to go with a gray primer instead of the black factory one. I don't usually like the black factory, well, I guess whatever they come in. It just never bonds well with anything. It doesn't last long, so I usually sand it off anyway. So there was a few fixes that we had to do. There was a couple gouges, a little bit of warpage in the plastic. So what I did is I high build primer those bad boys. But I'm getting ready to paint this thing because, like I said, we're on a time crunch and we don't have that much time with how busy we are. So I got the floor wet. I'm ready to paint. All right, finally finished painting. This is how it comes out, just like that. So this, once it dries, because this is literally just got sprayed, once I'm done, I'm probably gonna give it a quick wet sand and a polish. I don't know how far I'm gonna go with it because I mean it's not very orange peely. There's no orange peel in it. Probably very, very little. Almost to the point where it's almost like factory paint, where it has that little tinge of orange peel. But I try spraying as heavy as I can without it running and ruining the paint. So anyway, we're gonna leave that for the next couple days, and then when we get it all, once it's all dry, we're gonna get the other truck ripped apart, get this bad boy on. I really hope this turns out good because I didn't do any test fits whatsoever. So we'll see how it goes. Looks pretty good. And I don't think, honestly, everyone takes the whole grill and the headlights off. We shouldn't have to do that. We should just have to take the bottom valance off. You having a hard time? Jeez. So it should be just that bottom valance, but let's do a test fit. There might be a little bit of modifying when it comes to the
Air ducts.
Air ducts, yeah, maybe. Put screws in the inner fender, and I'd like to. I might move these lights just so I put some screws on the top. So look at Sarah ripping her grill out. Gotta take that top piece off though. Just so we can see what we can screw on top. Put a couple screws in here too, just to kind of keep it inward so it doesn't go away. We're gonna have to test the turning radius too with these tires.
hose. Put that all in. The inside's all clipped. Now it's time to put it back together. Well, I'm pretty happy with it. I knew the lighting would be better outside. When you're inside, you only got that lighting on the roof and there's always shadows, so the only really a good way to tell the proper color is when it's outside and got natural daylight or sunlight. Might be different when the sun's blazing. It's hard to say, but it is a hard color to match and it looks good. So there it is over there. You happy with it? Does look good. It's a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
There's a few other things that Sarah wants to do to it, but she's happy with it. That's what I'm happy with. And now you guys know that you can put a SS bumper over the original bumper. Just have to move the bottom valence. And once we get the rest of the pieces, that's just the air ducts that go in where the fog lights are. We just don't know if we're gonna keep the fog lights there or not. We might. If they fit well, why not? If they don't, then we'll remove them. But yeah, it just really changes the look of the truck. Gets rid of all that chrome and man.